America, get ready for a shock. This May Day, the streets weren't filled with flowers and parades. Nope, it was a full-blown protest party. From coast to coast, Americans ditched the picnics and grabbed their protest signs. They were mad as hell and not going to take it anymore. Think this was just a small group of disgruntled citizens? Think again, buddy. This was a nationwide uprising. May Day isn't just an excuse for a day off. It's a day steeped in history and significance. A day that has been marked by the blood, sweat, and tears of countless workers around the world. It's International Workers' Day, a celebration of workers' rights. This day is a tribute to the labor movement and the enduring fight for fair wages, reasonable working hours, and safe working conditions. It's a day to remember the struggles of the past and fight for a better future. From the Haymarket Affair in Chicago in 1886 to the countless strikes and protests that have followed, May Day is a reminder of the power of collective action. This year, May Day took on a whole new meaning. In the face of new challenges and political climates, the spirit of May Day has evolved. It became a rallying cry against the Trump administration's policies. The policies that many felt were undermining the rights and dignity of workers, immigrants, and marginalized communities. Workers were angry, and they were ready to make their voices heard. The streets echoed with chants and slogans, a powerful testament to the collective frustration and determination of the people. This wasn't just about workers' rights anymore, it was about immigration, healthcare, and the broader issues that affect the lives of everyday people. The fight for workers' rights has always been intertwined with other social justice issues and the very soul of America. May Day has become a symbol of resistance and hope, a day when people come together to demand a better, fairer world. It's a day that reminds us that the fight for justice is never over, and that together, we can make a difference. Chicago, the city of broad shoulders and even broader protests, became the epicenter of the May Day movement. Thousands poured into the streets demanding change. From Daley Plaza to Trump Tower, the message was clear: we've had enough. Protesters chanted, marched, and made their presence known. This wasn't just a Chicago story, though. Similar scenes played out in cities across the country. Los Angeles, the city of angels, saw its share of righteous anger. New York, the city that never sleeps, was wide awake with protest. Philadelphia, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., no major city was spared from the wave of discontent. This was a nationwide movement, fueled by a shared sense of outrage. The message was clear: America was at a crossroads, and the people were demanding a different path. Section 5. No ban, no wall, no raids, the people's rebuke. This chapter delves into the heart of a movement that captured the nation's attention and galvanized communities across the country. The Trump administration's policies, particularly on immigration, became a focal point of the protests. These policies were seen by many as draconian measures that threatened the very fabric of American society. The administration's stance on immigration was not just a political issue, it was a human issue that affected millions of lives. No ban, no wall, no raids, echoed through the streets. This chant became a rallying cry for those who believed in a more inclusive and compassionate America. It was a call to action, a demand for justice, and a plea for humanity. The administration's attempts to limit legal immigration, including measures to reduce the number of refugees and asylum seekers allowed into the country, were met with fierce opposition. These policies were seen as an attack on the core values of the nation, values that have long been a beacon of hope for people around the world. The proposal to build a wall on the US-Mexico border was perhaps the most controversial of all. This wall was not just a physical barrier. It was a symbol of division and exclusion. It represented a rejection of the idea that America is a land of opportunity for all. The administration's efforts to increase deportations sparked outrage and fear in communities across the country. Families were torn apart, and the fear of being separated from loved ones became a daily reality for many. These actions were seen as cruel and unnecessary, causing immense suffering and hardship. The message to the Trump administration was clear: the people would not stand idly by while their friends, neighbors, and family members were targeted and vilified. The protests were a powerful demonstration of solidarity and resistance. These policies are inhumane, un-American, and will not be tolerated. The protests were a testament to the strength and resilience of the American spirit. They showed that when faced with injustice, the people will rise up and demand change. The movement was not just about opposing specific policies, it was about affirming the values of compassion, inclusion, and justice that define the nation. But it wasn't just about immigration. Protesters also rallied against federal job cuts, particularly those affecting vital services and social programs. They saw these cuts as an attack on the most vulnerable members of society and a betrayal of the government's responsibility to its people. The message resonated with those struggling to make ends meet, those who relied on government assistance, and those who believed in a more just and equitable society. The May Day protests were not a one-time event. They were a culmination of growing frustration and a sign of things to come. The fight is far from over. The protests ignited a spark of resistance in the hearts of millions. They showed the power of collective action and the importance of making your voice heard. This is just the beginning. The movement for social, economic, and environmental justice is gaining momentum, and it won't be silenced. The legacy of May Day 2025 will be one of defiance, solidarity, and hope. It will be remembered as a day when Americans from all walks of life came together to demand a better future. This day was not just a moment in time, but a movement that echoed across the nation, resonating in the hearts of millions. The streets were filled with voices that refused to be ignored. Voices that spoke of dreams and aspirations for a society that values every individual equally. The unity displayed on that day was unprecedented. People of different races, ages, and backgrounds stood shoulder to shoulder, united by a common cause. It was a powerful reminder that despite our differences, we are all part of the same human family. The sight of diverse groups holding hands and marching together sent a strong message to the world. We are stronger together. The energy was palpable, and the sense of community was overwhelming. It was a day that showed the true spirit of America, a spirit of resilience and unity. The protests served as a wake-up call for those in power, a reminder that they are accountable to the people they serve. The peaceful confrontations with law enforcement highlighted the determination and courage of the protesters. They stood firm, with megaphones in hand, their faces etched with determination. These were not just fleeting moments of defiance, but a clear and unwavering demand for change. The protesters' resolve was unshakable, and their message was loud and clear: we will not back down. The sight of government buildings surrounded by protesters was a stark reminder to politicians that they cannot ignore the will of the people. The concerned faces of those in power reflected the growing realization that change was inevitable. The protesters' presence in front of legislative buildings was a powerful symbol of their demand for accountability and justice. It was a call to action, a plea for those in power to listen and to act. The message was clear: the status quo is no longer acceptable. The fight for a more just and equitable society continues. Activists and community leaders took to the stage, their voices ringing out with calls for justice and equality. The signs held by protesters spoke volumes, each one a testament to the collective desire for a better future. The rallying cries for justice were not just words, but a reflection of the deep-seated need for systemic change. The movement was not just about one day, but about a sustained effort to create a society where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. The message is clear: we will not be divided. The sight of people linking arms in solidarity was a powerful image of unity. The banners that read, "United we stand," were a testament to the collective strength of the movement. It was a declaration that despite the challenges and obstacles, the people would remain united. The sense of solidarity was a beacon of hope, a reminder that together, we can overcome any adversity. The unity displayed on that day was a powerful force, one that cannot be easily broken. We will not be silenced. We will overcome. The close-up of a protester holding a sign that said, "We will not be silenced," captured the essence of the movement. The chanting protesters with fists in the air were a powerful image of defiance and determination. The large crowd with signs about overcoming adversity was a testament to the collective strength and resilience of the people. It was a day that will be remembered as a turning point, a catalyst for future action. The legacy of May Day 2025 will live on, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for justice and equality. America is at a crossroads. The May Day protests exposed the deep divisions within the country, but they also revealed the potential for unity and change. The road ahead will not be easy, there will be challenges and setbacks, but the movement for a more just and equitable society is here to stay. Remember this day, remember the fight, remember that we are in this together.